Welcome on board the Mary Schaefer here on Moline Lake in the one and only Jasper National Park. Very excited to have you all out here today. It's a very stunning day, even though we have a little bit of cloud cover. It's making for some very beautiful views, making so that we can see a lot of those features more vibrantly. So it's going to be a really great cruise. If you didn't know what this cruise was going to look like, it's going to be a total of 90 minutes that we're going to be together, which will be a 35-minute drive down our lake. And then we're going to have a 15-minute stop where we can get out and stretch our legs. Really enjoy some of those views that will be unfolding around us. Then we're going to hop back on the same boat with the same crew and go back the same way for another 35 minutes. Does that sound okay to everybody? Perfect. I'm glad to hear it. Because you really didn't have a choice anyway, but I'm glad we're all on board for that. Yeah, we have left the docks. Your captain is not turning around for us now. But I will let you know who you are stuck with. My name is Jordan. If you did not hear me at the docks, I will be your tour guide today. I'm going to be going over some of the natural and cultural history of this area as we cruise down. Now the lovely woman on my right is the amazing, talented, charming, charismatic, smart, funny, fully Transport Canada certified, Captain Claire. So give her a round of applause, everyone. Yeah. Now, your captain here is the most important person on this boat because she is in charge of all of our safety. Because she is driving and she's busy doing that, and I am not, I'm just going to have to go over the safety features on her behalf. And I'm going to start off with the most important thing that we will find on our boats, our life jackets. Those are located just underneath each of your seats there. For any kids or anyone under 90 pounds, I have those located in the bow compartment behind me, and I would distribute those if ever needed. Now, if you do not know how to put on a life jacket, there is a diagram on the seat back in front of you that will show you how to do so. As well, this vessel is equipped with a life raft. That is the big white canister on the outer roof of our boat. So in the unlikely event of an emergency, I would climb onto that roof, kick it into the water, we would self-inflate, and then we would go nice and dry from boat to raft, from raft to shore. Well, you can rest easy. We have been in operation for 95 years, none of which we've had to deploy our life-saving equipment other than for training purposes. So you're in very safe hands as Captain Claire here today. Your captain, as we're cruising down the lake as well, you might notice her speeding up and slowing down. She is just looking out for the smaller vessels on our lakes. So any of those canoes, kayaks, fishermen out there, they are quite small. Our boats are pretty large, and we do produce a pretty large wake behind our boat, which is enough to potentially tip them into our glacially fed water. And we do not want to do that, so she's going to slow down to this speed whenever we pass them by. But she is not going to show the same courtesy to our sister vessels. So the boats that look just like this one, we are going to cruise directly at them, full speed ahead. And then we will veer off course, and then we'll go back on course. And from a safe distance, we'll hop over each other's meter-high wake. And it might just get a little bit bumpy at that point, maybe a bit of a splash. But I will give you a brief warning beforehand, that way you know to bring any of your phones or cameras or electronics back inside. And then the last bit of safety that I have for you all is just about that back deck there. You are able to use that space at any point after my safety talk is done. I would just ask that while you're on the back deck, please make sure to remain standing at all times. I know that the ledge and the railing do look pretty comfortable, but that is the fastest way to go for a swim, so just remain standing. If you could also close that door as you enter and exit the cabin. It is a strong magnet, so you have to give it a good shove to open, and just make sure you hear that click to close it. So yeah, just make sure that that's closed at all times. And then the last bit of safety for the back deck that I have for you is that it's a limit of 8 people at a time back there. Just to be courteous that other people might want to go have a turn out there. Oh yeah, and then sorry, one more piece of safety that I have for you all is that someone on board this boat has a peanut allergy. It's pretty severe, so I would just ask that if you have any snacks that contain peanuts, please keep them stowed in your bags until the cruise is over. But that's about all I have for you. How are we feeling? Nice and safe? Perfect. Glad to hear it. I'm going to put the microphone down for a few minutes here, allow you to start taking in some of those views, and then feel free to open and close your windows and use the back deck now if you'd like. Thank you. Just because there's some canoes in sight at the moment. But as we've exited out of Home Bay, we have entered into the rugged backcountry of Jasper National Park. And if you do not know what this means, basically as we cruise down our lake from here on out, there's not going to be any more